Mints legendary plan prices and legendary customer service while helping out the channel by using our affiliate link. Link in the description. Big ups to Mint Mobile. All right, now talking about what's going on in the wireless industry today, a report coming out from Ookla indicates T-Mobile continues to dominate in the mobile space. All right, so let's see how things stack up as we kind of have a bird's eye view of what Ookla has been seeing. T-Mobile, the top performer in 8 of the 9 categories, dominating in the city rankings and speed tests conducted by Ookla for U.S. mobile carriers fourth quarter 22. Speed testing for the fixed broadband services is a little bit more mixed, according to the Speed Test Global Index market analysis. Okay, now from the mobile side, it says here 7 of the 9 mobile categories, T-Mobile was followed by Verizon and AT&T in that order. The divergent categories were median multi-server latency. Verizon was first there. T-Mobile second, AT&T third. And then 5G availability, in which T-Mobile was first, AT&T was second, Verizon finished third. Additionally, T-Mobile's median download speed was tops at 151 megabits, Verizon next at 69, and AT&T third at 65. In the median upload speed category, T-Mobile again tops at 12.5, Verizon at 9.3, and AT&T at 7.98. And in the consistency category, won by T-Mobile again, 87%, Verizon at 82%, AT&T at 81%. And specifically in the 5G performance category, won by T-Mobile, a score of 216 megs, and then Verizon in at 128 megs, AT&T at 85 megs. T-Mobile was the fastest operator in 45 states, including D.C., AT&T the fastest in 2 states, and the results were too close to call in 3 states. T-Mobile the fastest in 86 of the 100 most populated cities in the country. Verizon the fastest in 13 were too close to call. All this according to Ookla's speed testing, and I think that's just referred to as like crowdsourced data. All right, the only thing I'm kind of surprised here by, really, is probably the fact that AT&T didn't win more states. I feel like their network's pretty modern across the board. They've upgraded a lot of their sites. The FirstNet contract was big, but the fact that T-Mobile won so many cities and states, it's a testament to their investment into the network and kind of having that 2-year lead over their competition with the T-Mobile and Sprint merger, getting all that spectrum to deploy. They're starting to scale backhaul. They're scaling their upgrades. They've moved into rural. All this kind of makes sense, right? Verizon and AT&T definitely playing catch up. And then for the fixed broadband side, Comcast Xfinity the fastest at 226 megs, just slightly faster than Spectrum, Charter Spectrum 225. Cox was third at 212. Then Altice Optimum 190. AT&T combination of fiber and DSL is at 187. And then Verizon, probably a combination of LTE Home, 5G Home, and Fios and DSL, 183 meg. And then with the multi-server latency, Verizon led with 15 milliseconds. Remember, the lower number is better. AT&T at 23 milliseconds, Altice Optimum 24, Cox and Comcast Xfinity at 25, Spectrum at 32. And in the consistency category, Comcast Xfinity led. All right, so this is a measure of what the percentage of tests came in at 25 meg download and at least 3 meg upload. 92% for Comcast Xfinity. Charter Spectrum at 91.6, Cox at 90.8, Altice Optimum 89.2, Verizon 88, AT&T 83. And for the fastest cities, for just as a bonus, Jersey City, New Jersey at 253, and then San Antonio at 247, Raleigh, North Carolina 244, Corpus Christi, Texas 244, and then Lincoln, Nebraska 240 to round things out. Wow. All right. So this is, again, I don't think much is too surprising. Relatively speaking, I think these are consistent results. I do think that, like, when I look at some of these median performances, like T-Mobile being at 151, right, and them being number one, I think they'll probably boost this nationally in this year, like for 23, or each quarter. It continues to rise. Verizon's probably going to jump exponentially by the end of the year, so maybe Verizon goes up like 20-30% quarterly. I think AT&T will do similar, but T-Mobile's going to have the fastest scores like this for a while. probably until at least 2024. So I would expect another year of this. Kind of disappointed in the uplink, but with more spectrum and more upgrades happening, I expect that lead to probably close. I definitely think Verizon could probably add at least 1 megabit nationally consistently, and same thing with AT&T. But I still think 2023 is going to be a year where T-Mobile shines in these kinds of tests. But in 2024, I think that's where things will change. But what do you guys think? What do you think of the testing? I think this is very common to what I find, and I think it's very reflective of national crowdsourced data and what it would reflect. But I think this year will probably be the last year where it's like this. I think probably next year. We're going to start to see some more wins for AT&T and Verizon. It'll be a little bit more even. But it's T-Mobile's to win for now. What do you guys think of all this? Tell me about the fixed connections. Tell me about the mobile connections. Your experiences with the carriers, if they're like this. To me, this is pretty accurate to what I see. From a national scale, I think it is too. Anyways, comment down below. You all the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.